I think it's totally possible that we will see the new Tomb Raider game Shadow of the Tomb Raider in 2017. I will tell you why in this video. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and don't forget to hit that like button. So we know that a new Tomb Raider game is coming. I mean, someone in the subway had a laptop open with the text Shadow of the Tomb Raider, but also websites with a great track record like Eurogamer and Kotaku, known for Switch leaks and Assassin's Creed leaks respectively, reported that the game is in development. Interesting though is that Crystal Dynamics, that worked on the reboot and Rise of the Tomb Raider, is not working on Shadow of the Tomb Raider, but Eidos Montreal is, the guys behind Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Sadly, that didn't sell as well as Square had hoped, according to rumors from Eurogamer and Kotaku, so no Deus Ex game in the future it seems. But Eidos Montreal will be working on a Marvel game and also this Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Don't worry though, Eidos Montreal worked on Rise of the Tomb Raider as well, so they got Tomb Raider experience. But why do I think that Shadow of the Tomb Raider will be shown in 2017? Well, because the people at Eidos Montreal have been working on this Tomb Raider game for a pretty darn long time from the looks of it. Eidos Montreal is a huge studio. According to LinkedIn, 530 people work there. So when others were working on Deus Ex Mankind Divided, the rest of the team was making this Tomb Raider game. In February 2015, Jean-Francois Magnaut, I already butchered the name, anyway, started working on an unannounced AAA project at Eidos Montreal. Vincent Monnier was done as a lead level designer on Rise of the Tomb Raider in May 2015 and then started as a gameplay director on an unspecified game. Just like A.D. Barr, who started working on a quote exciting AAA title with an amazing group of talented people back in May 2015. Wilson Mew, that's totally wrong. Don't kill me please. An animation director on Rise of the Tomb Raider, started in September 2015 on an unannounced project. And no, this can't be Deus Ex, because by the time it was September 2015, the game was already announced. Like I already said, according to the recent reports from Kotaku and Eurogamer, Eidos Montreal is now also working on a Marvel game. Square announced a Marvel partnership with their Western studios Crystal Dynamics and Eidos Montreal. One of the first games they will make is an Avengers title. Eurogamer and Kotaku report that they have heard that the other title as part of this deal is a Guardians of the Galaxy game. But those reports also mention that the deal is still fresh. So this could not mean that the people that started working on an unannounced new project in 2015, February 2015 to be exact, could be a Marvel game, because the deal was never made then, it didn't exist. People at Eidos Montreal that are now helping with the Avengers game with Crystal Dynamics, they stated that they started working on October 2016, and that makes sense because the deal is now announced in January 2017. So this means that the people that started on an unannounced AAA project in 2015 are probably working on Shadow of the Tomb Raider. The first Tomb Raider reboot came out in March 2013, Rise of the Tomb Raider in November 2015 on Xbox One, later on PC, and also a year later on PS4. But the DLC and the other features of the 20th anniversary edition were mostly made by Crystal Dynamics. After the PS4 release, they went over to the Avengers game as well, according to the LinkedIn pages. So this means that Shadow of the Tomb Raider has been in development for, let's say, almost 2 years now, with Tomb Raider releasing in March 2013, and a little more than 2.5 years later, we get Rise of the Tomb Raider. I would expect Shadow of the Tomb Raider to be a late 2017 or early 2018 title. My bet is early 2018. Why? Well, because Rise of the Tomb Raider bombed in the holiday. First on Xbox One, they thought it was a great idea to release on the same day as Fallout 4. Good choice. Great choice. And also again on PS4 in October 2016, around the launch of Battlefield 1. It just didn't find an audience. On PC though, it sold pretty well. That was a January release. First Tomb Raider release, like I said, in March, and that sold well as well. Okay, it didn't hit like the insane sales figures that Square Enix wanted to see, but it still sold really well for a reboot. So what I'm trying to say here is that it's a safe bet that we will see the new Tomb Raider game in the beginning of the year and not at the end of the year, because at the end of the year it simply can't survive, while there is a spot for this game in early 2018. If they released in early 2018, they had around 3 years to work on this game. If the people, of course, on LinkedIn that are working on an unannounced project are indeed working on Shadow of the Tomb Raider, I think 3 years is enough. I mean, they already have the engine. The game is running on PS4 and Xbox One. This wasn't even the case with the first Tomb Raider to Rise of the Tomb Raider. They, of course, made the definitive edition, but still, they had to, do some different stuff to make it work on PS4, Xbox One. They now have the engine, they have the assets from Laura. They have a lot of stuff already. And I could totally see it then be announced in 2017, maybe at E3 2017, running on the Scorpio. I mean, Microsoft is desperately in need of some awesome reveals during their press conference. And I think that Shadow of the Tomb Raider could be one of them. That would be a great game to get. Will it be an Xbox Scorpio or Xbox One exclusive? No. Totally not. They've learned from the Rise of the Tomb Raider, I think. But I totally think that this would be a title to show off the power of the Scorpio in a big way. I mean, Tomb Raider games always look great, so to show them on the best hardware that will be on the market is a great idea. So to recap, not Crystal Dynamics that was responsible for Tomb Raider 2013 and Rise of the Tomb Raider, but Eidos Montreal is working on a new Tomb Raider game called Shadow of the Tomb Raider. It looks like people that work on Rise of the Tomb Raider at Eidos Montreal started working on an unannounced new game in February 2015. It really looks like that is Shadow of the Tomb Raider. It means that they're all right now in 2 years of the development, so that's pretty far along. From Tomb Raider 2013 till Rise of the Tomb Raider, it was around 2.5 years, a little bit more. So that would put Shadow of the Tomb Raider in late 2017, early 2018. If we look at the same, let's say 3 to 2.5 year cycle. I think an early 2018 release though is more likely for better sales results. So a 2017 announcement is totally possible. It's like 80% possible. What do you think? A new Tomb Raider game announcement in 2017? Let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe if you want to know more about the new Tomb Raider game when it happens. Don't forget to hit that like button, and I will speak to you next time. Goodbye.